Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. This is Tank Tour Tuesday for April 2025. And we are privileged and honored to have Elisa. I keep saying your name wrong. Elisa is your name.
Alisa.
Elisa.
Alisa.
Um,
Uh-huh.
and she's going to show off her beautiful aquarium and everything about it. And we're going to ask questions and we're just going to have a good time here. So you got the floor.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. Good evening, everyone. I'm Alisa. You probably know me on social media as Alisa Keller's Reef. Um, I'm excited to give you a tour of my tank. I've been in a hobby for about 5 years. My husband started the hobby and with the 40-gallon tank, we upgraded it and I basically took over it. Jim, good evening. Um, So we upgraded to the larger system. It's a Red Sea Reefer 625. It's roughly about 120-gallon display and 45-gallon sump. Um, the tank is the mixed reef. I have SPS, LPS, Ephelia, Ganipora. I got obsessed with corals for a while. So, um, okay, I'm gonna flip my camera and I'm gonna show you guys around.
Did you say that in past tense? Because I think that obsession is very strong still.
You think? Just a little bit? All right. So here's the tank. So the system overview, like I said, it's a Red Sea Reefer 625. Dimension on the tank is 59 inches long, 25 wide, and 23 high on the display. And total height with the cabinet is about 58 inches. So this tank started 4 years ago in February of 2021. So it's just hit the mark of 4 years old. Um, Aquascape and substrate. Oh, here goes my gimbal. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I don't know why it's keep doing that. Can you see it okay?
Yeah, it's good. It's in portrait mode, but we can see it.
Yeah, I don't know. Thought I locked it. Okay, we'll do this real quick. Sorry about that. All right.
Yep, there you go. It's back in landscape. Oh,
Okay. So the Aquascape original was the Carib Sea, Live Rock, Purple Rock, Made Man Rock, um, and Carib Sea Life Sand. There we go again. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be holding the camera for the rest of the night. Gimbal is not cooperating with me tonight at all. All right. All right, technical difficulties.
It wouldn't
And
be
the
a
camera
tanker
is
without
not.
one.
Yeah, and the camera for some reason not adjusting either. So, hold on. I think I like this orange lens. Okay. Hmm.
it's back in landscape now.
Yeah, and it's still kind of blue though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's bluer than it was before, right, Vince?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Zoom asked me to adjust the. Oh well. Okay, we're going with it.
All right.
So mixed reef equipment breakdown. I'm running two Radiance XR30 blues, and I just recently added the Blade Grow and Glow. The skimmer is 1200 Nios Quantum. I'm running ozone generator, filter socks, carbon. I also have UV, but it's been offline for about a year and a half now. I haven't had a new fish for a long time. Dosing and supplementation. I am on the Reef moonshine for about 3 years. So trace elements moonshine. I don't do frequent water changes. Kalkwiser, about 3,200 mils per day now. I also dose in BRS 2 part soda ash and calcium chloride. Dosing control by Neptune dose, and I have one single Versa pump. And I have the Trident here. Any questions so far? We need to adjust that picture, huh?
So does your copper band butterfly pick at anything, nip at any corals?
Yes. I have a beautiful Yakin colony. It was red. As you could see, I have two other colonies here that she doesn't pick on, but she killed one of the colony and she killed my 3 scollies.
But she's worth it, right?
Offensive taste.
She is, yeah, she is worth it.
Wow.
She's been doing a really good job on controlling my aptasia outbreak.
Mine is the expensive scullies.
So what kind of fish do you have in here?
So the fish list, God, it's gonna suck holding this camera now.
So
Wish
when
the
you
game.
when you added the blades, why didn't you add 2 glows and went with a glow and a grow?
I don't know. Just kind of want a little bit of combo, I guess. And I really love how it completed the look on the tank versus just having 2 light sticks in there. But as far as the glow and grow, I really have no idea. It was
So
just
would you consider getting rid of the radions and getting more blades?
nope. I like the way it is. I don't like the messing around with the equipment too much. I feel like if things are working, why change it? I think the blades were mostly for just the look of it than anything. And since I was lucky enough, Aperture provided me with those. I'm not sponsored by Aperture, but I earned my points and I got those blades with the points from Aperture. So that was really nice of them to do. But I wouldn't spend any extra money on anything. And the Radions I won from Polar Reef 2 years ago. I used to have Red Sea lights, Red Sea LEDs, and they were phenomenal lights. I liked them a lot. So I just happened to have, and if you can see, I still have the original Red Sea mountain that I have to modify and add the radians. My good friend from California actually did nuke help me with this.
Are those 3D printed mounts for the blades or
They um
or is that like a pre-bought one?
I can't remember. There's a vendor in California that you buy the rod right here, and I think it has the metal part that goes on top of the radians, and the clips comes with the blades. I can pull some pictures and post it on the Humble Fish how exactly I've done that. So,
Where's your
Nice.
Jake coral at?
huh?
Where's your Jake coral at?
Super blue.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, I
wish
see it.
That's the
I wish I
Mortal
can
Torch.
adjust the picture. Yep. I wish I can adjust the picture a bit. Hold on.
Is it really blue or is it just the time of day?
Could be. No, it was the camera was working really good. Let's try that.
So we are now seeing a
Yeah,
collage
I
of
know.
random photos
Video
That's awesome.
filter.
You got your lights for free though.
Yeah, pretty lucky. None. Okay. Okay. Is that better now, don't you think?
Yes.
Yep, yeah, we can see it. So there's a question. If you Kevin asks Lisa, where do you keep your water parameters?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the camera back. Oh gosh. So many difficulties.
That's a lot less blue now.
Yeah, it is. It's
See,
finally.
you know what you should have done? You should have kept your husband at home and had him be the cameraman.
Right? All right. So parameters. So okay, is it better? Um, Alk, I try to keep it between 7.5 to 9, 7.5 to 9, calcium 440 over 400, magnesium at 1340 or above or a little lower, 1300. The system has really been high on nutrients for the last 2 years, since I'm not doing water change, so I'm 25 to 35 nitrate, and I'm ranging between zero point 0.2 to 0.345, 335 of phosphate. I do run GFO, it seems to be helping. I used to chase the numbers. Now it's like I'm looking at the corals, like if I don't see any issue with corals, nice. It is what it is.
What was your nitrate levels at?
34 right now.
Yeah, I mean, you have a really nice tank, so I wouldn't
Hey,
worry too much about individual numbers.
Yeah, I
thank
mean, you got
you.
everything looks great. I mean, you got the SPS look good. I mean, you've got looks like you got some LPS. I mean, everything. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't worry about the what you said your nitrate was like in the 30s.
34 right now. I
Yeah,
was at 41 2 weeks ago.
but your
I
corals
think what
corals have adapted to it, so they're doing well. You know,
Yeah, yeah, for the last 2 years they definitely did. And I I don't know, just I guess I run it a little bit different.
but
I feel like I'm not gonna be comfortable if I'm gonna go over 45, close to 40, if it start creeping up really, really. I don't think I would feel comfortable with that number. I'll probably start doing small water changes, but I don't do frequent water changes. I just send ICP and adjust my trace element as we go. I know, Vince, you asked earlier about the livestock. So I have three tangs. I have Scopa koi tang, I have blue tang, purple tang. I have four wrasses. I have the blue star leopard wrasse, yellow tamarin, pygmy wrasse, yellow chorus wrasse, and other fish. I have one clownfish. Unfortunately, I lost my female about 3 years ago. I think I gave her a she was biting and I was trying to glue corals and I might have hit her in the eye with a stick and give her a
Oh,
Popeye eye. I feel so bad. And of course, copper band, and I have the blotchy deep anthias, which is she's hiding right there.
how long have you had that copper band for?
Copper band will be 2 years old in May.
Nice. How
Thank
about your
you.
Tamarin Wrasse?
Salmon rust will be 3. So does leopard. Actually, the leopard, that was pretty cool. It's just transitioned to male
Yeah.
a few months ago. That was
And
really neat. Oh, and I forgot I have a royal grandma.
there you go. Where have you sourced most of your fish? Did you purchase them quarantine? Did you quarantine them yourself?
So I know that there's some thread that was 3 years ago on Humble Fish about marine pleasures. Somebody was questioning of that, but all my fish came from, well, except the blue hippo, purple was adopted, and my clownfish. They came from marine pleasures. They were all fully quarantined. I had a really good luck with those guys, and I Addis is the one who helped me to stock my tank. She was phenomenal. So when my tank was, I was starting, I have when there were no corals, just rocks, I had those white tube worms everywhere. She's like, you need the yellowtail tamarin rice. And she was right. That guy completely just clean up all the rocks off those white worms. You know, the white spiral.
Hmm.
Like spirorbid?
Yeah. When you first
Vermitid?
start cycling,
About
not the
vermitids?
not the vermitids, but I do have
Okay.
vermitid snails too. You
Yeah.
guys want some?
No, one time.
So, all right. I did have Rambodia's rust that I lost, I want to say last year ago or so. That was like a freak accident. So I added this branching rock here, did some rearranging in the tank, and I put the big purple styla over there on the corner, and I kind of blocked that excess. And blue hippo was really aggressive towards the rust. And she kind of, I was watching the aggression. I was like, well, I need to do something. I need to do something. And one morning I see her chasing, and she got right into that corner and she couldn't swim out and she stressed. And I literally watched that fish for stressing for 2 minutes and she was dead. That's how fast Rosses die. It was just, oh my God, that was such a not fun experience, but part of reefing, right?
Definitely, unfortunately.
So what's your
Let's see.
favorite coral in here?
Can
Maybe
you
like top
guess?
five.
Top five. Hmm. Oh, that's a tough one. I think I really like my tiger blood acropora from Pirates Reef. Um, I do like the fact that I was able to get hands on Jake's Adam coral, thanks to Tyann and her life that I won from ACI. I won this Immortal Tort, Jake's Adam Immortal Tort. Um, I can't remember the name of that coral back there, but that came from Tidal Gardens that I really like that acropora. I think I'm really into acropora. I do like my hammer garden too. I mean, they're all beautiful, just so different. This was one of my first show pieces that I got. I do like Goniporas too. They closed up because leopard kind of threw a lot of sand on it. When I got home, everything was so fluffy and perfect,
Oh,
of
so you
course.
like them all.
I kind of do. I'm kind of,
Hard to choose.
it's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, it's hard. It really is. I do have even some torches.
Do you
This torches. Uh-huh.
target feed your LPS or just,
I used to, but then I was like, when you get so many crows, then you just like, it's not fun anymore. It's work. I have more work to do, you know? It just kind of changes. So it's changed. I used to. It's fun to watch them eat, especially Scullies. I think that's how I got hooked on the hobby, buying my first Scully and Trachy
watch those sweepers,
because,
collect the food.
uh-huh. Yeah.
So,
So this
Joe,
torch is
oh, go
very
ahead.
special. This is a Todd's torch. Came from Reef Keeper, RC Reef Keeper, Phil from California. Really like that, and really like this one too. Came from a good friend of mine in California, Dinook. He sent me a piece. To me, corals, I think more, and I know Matt Smoyer knows that. I like the history of it more than anything, the names, where they came from. Because like this Mayagator, that big colony, started with the tiny little frog, but it came from my local reefer that actually broke down his tank, so he doesn't have a tank anymore. And I still have his pee. So kind of, means a lot to me.
So Joe Oliver in the chat asks, can you please talk about flow and the number of power heads with your mixed reef?
Oh yes, I totally blew through that one, didn't I? So I have two Red Sea gyri pumps on each side. And I do have a small pump here, the Octo 2, that only runs probably 10% on it. I feel like the gyri really do provide a lot of flow for this tank. I really like those pumps.
How often do you clean
But
those?
um, I want to say every 6 weeks or so. Yeah, they get a little. They're not bad. They right now they're running on 70% actually. So when I get to 100%, keep increasing the flow. I know I need to
I
clean them.
was gonna say, it's like the same thing that I do. It's just like keep increasing it until it's like, oh, it's time to clean it.
So do
My
y'all
hands start.
y'all like take them apart to clean them, or do you just like maybe
Yeah,
you mix some
yeah.
citric
Yeah.
acid and just clean them out that way?
I use the Seiche pump cleaner. I found it is the best. I try all kinds of different things on the market, the citric acid and all this. I find it's the best product on the market because it really you soak it for 10 minutes and it takes the coral and algae off. I really like it. So I just soak it and just clean it, rinse it, use the nail brush, scrub it, and put it back in.
Nice. Are you worried in the back of your mind, your panel bubbling at any point?
You know,
Sometimes I go
I did
at
not want to be
night.
the one to ask that question, but go ahead.
Oh no, it's totally fine. It's up there, and I try to inspect the tank sometimes at night with flashlight. Um, so far, knock on wood, this tank has been set up for 4 years. Another part of it, because my husband is an engineer, and he was really, really particular when he was setting up. I know it's level. So,
Yeah.
any other
Well, yeah,
questions?
Is there
hopefully
a
that never
coral that
happens.
you can't keep alive? Like a kryptonite
What?
coral?
Um, Gonies were probably the hardest one for me for the first 2 years. I lost quite a bit before I can get my garden put together, but I don't think so. I think I've tried them all, maybe.
I,
Do you have any
no, go ahead.
do you have any plans for the future with a different aquarium maybe? This one's pretty packed full.
I don't because my husband will divorce me if I get another tank, number one. I do want to
I
get a
gotcha.
small little frag tank for this area right here. This was actually a nice little cabinet that I got for $40 from the Facebook Marketplace. It would be nice to have like a small little frog tank right here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice looking at a nice full aquarium, so I get not wanting to do something else.
Do you have
Lisa,
any?
Uh-huh.
have have you had to deal with any pests?
Oh
Like you've got
God,
such a
you name
mixed
it.
frat.
You name it.
Yeah.
The first year was a disaster. So the first year, first of all, we were using local fish store water when we started the cycle in the tank. The tank was, oh, the rocks was just green slime everywhere. I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. Start researching more, and we were using dirty water. It was like 56 TDS in that water. I was like, oh my God. So bought my own RODI. Things gotten a little bit better than um, algae was the biggest thing. And then I thought I have this cyano, and I was like, you know, tank is not completely cycled, doesn't have the biological thing in it. And I was like throwing chemiclean in there. Yay, dinos. A year and a half battling dinos on a sand. That was, I have a thread on Humble Fish with that. So that was a lot of fun. I think the only thing that kept me going, I was doing Reef Moonshine, my corals were happy. I mean, it was ugly to look at it, but I think the corals kind of kept me going. They were growing and they're thriving. I just couldn't look at the sand. I'll come home and I'll just get the feeding syringe and just blow the sand. I was like, yeah, screw it. Um, Another thing, let's see, dinos. Then I've got a ulva, which has come back now again. Ulva disappeared. Then I've got another macroalgae that I just finally got rid of. Now always back. Then I have aquarium flatworms that, oh, you name it. This tank's seen it all. Aptasia, of course. It's still there. Copperband is keeping it at bay in the display. The sump is a different story, which is I'll show you guys a sump here in a minute. I gotta turn the light on if you want to see the sump. Nothing spectacular there, but spectacular.
How did you get rid of the flatworms? Because that's something a lot of people battle.
Yeah, so the Pirates Reef and Chris Mackley, we're talking about the Angel Plus dewormer food because I think it has the medication on it. What is it called?
Yeah. Fenbendazole.
Fenbendazole. So I fed my tank for 2 months with the flake food. I did some dip on what I could because like this is the most effective coral that was chopped up completely. It was really bad. They went for a big colony, and I've seen a couple on some of the
Is that
frag,
a
right?
is that a Nephlo?
The coral?
Yeah.
No, that's blueberry filled acropora. So 2 months, I fed the food, and knock on wood, I haven't seen the sign of them.
Yeah, maybe we can see your sump.
All right, let me rotate this real quick. Forgot to turn the light on in my swamp. Oh, technical difficulties. Yeah, we need the music, right? All right. Here's the sump. Um, I am. Oh, look at this pretty Aptasia. Isn't she beautiful?
Bet the copper band would like to get a hold of that.
Yeah, so I have a couple small rocks. Sometimes I'll take the rock and put it back on display and just let her kind of play with it because she's interested in it. So my blue hippo tang, I don't know if you guys seen it, she is pretty bad in hilly or
Oh yeah.
HLLE, right? Yeah. It started it over a year, and I don't know what started it. Me rearranging tank because she doesn't have a room to swim. I always run carbon, never had an issue. Or maybe because she was in copper treatment, she's 4 years old now. So I
Carbon's definitely
added
been
six,
linked.
yeah, I added the miracle mod just to see. Oh, you guys gotta see that. I don't know if you could see it. Nudibranch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool.
She's
Yeah, I
cleaning
see.
up. She's cleaning up all those aptasias, and I have another one down there in the rock.
That's a good size one too.
Yeah. So miracle mod, I added some polyp labs blocks. I want to say 8 months ago or 6 months ago. So I've got a Lakitamorpha growing. It's been here for about 3 years. Setup is really simple. I have socks, um, carbon, GFO in a sock, um, and a skimmer.
We
What
have
type
a
of carbon
question.
are you running?
So I am trying that new Reef Moonshine stuff, the CAC. Can't remember what it stands for. But I run for years Polyp Lab carbon. I had a really good success with it.
Someone in the chat, let's see, Reefing by Design asks, what scares you most about reefing?
Probably this tank leaking.
Yeah,
That would be my
that's a nightmare for
my
sure.
trying to remove the amount of corals. But I have a lot of good local reefer that I know will come to the rescue. But I think that would be the biggest fear. Any
So,
questions about the sump?
Do you hate your filter socks? I feel like I don't really like the small ones.
I like those filter socks. I replace them every 3 to 4 days. Feel like, I think with my nutrients are being so high, I really want to get the hands on the roller mat. And I think it will probably make it easier to not to
Hmm.
Hey
clean the
Lisa,
socks. Yeah. Hey
did
Nick.
you think about did you think about putting floss in your filter socks and then change the floss instead of changing the sock out? Did you try that?
You know, yeah, I haven't tried. I heard about and I thought about. I'm the person who like I have a hard time making a change because
I
I'm
know.
so worried about my corals being, everything's happy, why change it? Like I dialed in where I should be or where I like to be. Why do I want to change it? If I get lazy, I'll probably will though. That's for sure.
Sometimes change is good though, right? How are you getting on with the miracle mud?
That's true. But it's because of this fish. She's the one who taught me so much about reefing, and I want to continue, like, want to promote for her to be healthy and stuff. And I don't know,
Did you
maybe it's
notice
just me.
more macrofauna after you added the miracle mud?
Um, I don't know if I've seen any drastic change. My tank was already kind of good, so
Hmm.
it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. I think if I would add it when I have a lot of problem with the tank, when I was dealing with dinoflagellate, like during, 1 or 2 year mark, I'd probably see a lot more
Yeah, I think
benefits
most
from it.
people notice more benefits for like macrofauna, sustaining macrofauna, and also the macroalgae with the mud.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'll show you guys here. This is the extra cabinet that I have. My ATO container, there's a UV that has been offline. Um, got my dosing pumps here, my beautiful cranberry juice waste container.
Whatever works.
Wait, cranberry
Yeah.
juice.
Yeah, this is the the waste container for the Trident.
I use a vodka bottle.
Or do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, those works great. I just like drill a little hole in there and it works perfect.
I was really worried about my cats knocking it over, so I use like a heavy glass big bottle.
So if they did knock it
Oh
over, it'd
yeah.
be even more disaster.
Oh, Jim, and I have the Louis Vuitton pump, Red Dragon, Royal exclusive.
Don would like that.
Yes, he would. So, and this is my Kalkweiser container. It's the Red Sea. I believe it's almost how many gallons? I don't. I think it's like 11 gallons. So that
Wow.
lasts me for probably 8 days.
And how do you dose it? Like, do you do it at night? Do you do it throughout the whole day?
Throughout the day, I just so the way I started Kalkweiser, I first started in a 5 gallon bucket when with ATO, and I kind of
Mhm.
figured based on my evaporation. So I did that for probably about 2 or 3 months, and I was like, eh. So I've got the ATO container separate now with the um. So based on evaporation, but still not enough. That's why I have to add additional soda ash and calcium chloride, 2 part, and still add in some and the ATO is also adding some water now.
So what's your plan? Because I remember you said you dose about what 3,200 ml, so it's like what, a gallon a day, thereabout.
Yeah, it's about yeah.
Do you have like I often feel like I sometimes forget to top it off. Like I guess you have the Trident, right? So you can see it. But
Yes,
do
it's on.
you take like long vacations at all?
No, we haven't. But the container should last me for a week, and hopefully, I can find somebody if I can prep another container to swap it out. The line, another 5 gallon, probably should be good for almost 2 weeks, I'm thinking. Or I can just up my part two dose if needed. Because the
Have
way
you
my
considered?
Neptune's set right now is if I'm above 8.5 on my ALK, so my part two is not dosing. And if I'm below, it will start dosing. The
Do you
That's
part
have
nice.
two.
like the auto dose feature running?
Yeah,
Okay.
which has been really helpful.
Feel like
I'll
I've
show
always been
you.
really nervous to let that control my dosing.
Yeah. I know it's been working great for me.
What do you have dosing your caulkwiser? I know that can be pretty tough on pumps.
Oh, it's been dosing for the Neptune, the AT, the dose. It's been doing it for 2 years. I haven't had any issues. The
How
only issue
often
I see that the line might be getting clogged. I might have to replace the line.
how often do you flush your line?
I don't. I just
Hmm.
looked at it, the sump, and see if it's still going. I'm
I
good.
just did that today and I was like, wow, I really should do this more often.
Yeah, you should because I'll show you. This is the clockwise line, and I like try to clean the ants sometimes, and stuff comes out of it. So yeah, I keep an eye on it. My routine is usually like I get up in the morning and I'll look at the sump, make sure everything's good. If I hear the Neptune's going, which as you can hear, it's like, okay, it's still working. Let's check the line.
Do you
There you go.
just do you just glue your new corals to your Monty cap, or
I do. No, it's not glue. Actually, it's sitting on the rock. It's like the little frog rock and sitting on top of it. I used to have a big colony of bird nests right there, and I've got the macroalgae stuck in there, and it was growing out of control, so I have to butcher it. So I put a rock in there, and I put another coral on top of it. Um, I should probably drop a link. My friend recommended me, which is I really, really like that addition, what I did. So you can see my corals it's called a shark bite. You can buy them on Amazon pretty cheap and they fit your frog plug really nicely. So if I need to remove those torches, it's super easy to do. This one's probably going to be a good example.
Like a plumbing
See it.
fitting, a shark bite.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I have most of those colonies are seated on those. Um, yeah, Jake Adams, all of those guys back there, they're all on those little plugs. Was a lot of ulva right now. And Jim, you see that in the middle? I used to be a rock frog centerpiece. Oh, hello. And and now it's just overgrown with Montes. You can't even see the rock anymore.
are you gonna try and beat the Monty back at some point?
I have been. I have been. Yeah. This one is really hard to do because right here in the middle where my royal grandma sleeping. So every time I put my hand right in the center right there, oh my God, she's biting me and it scares me. I make a lot of splashes
Mhm.
every time I put a hand in there.
How often are you dosing all your trace from what you find from your ICPs with moonshiners?
So I used to send every month. Now I'm about 6 to 8 weeks. I'll get a result. I'll do the necessary adjustments and I'll do my dailies. My dailies are manganese. Sometimes I throw a little extra fluoride. iodine. I stopped doing iron. Somebody mentioned on Discord that, ulva and all the macroalgae need iron, so I kind of slowed down on that. But it's readable on my ICP test, so I'm not too worried about it. Vanadium, chromium, cobalt, those are just kind of a few drops a day. And I used to be so due diligent about it. Now it's like I'm not even worried about it. If I forget a day or two, it's no big deal.
So in the chat, Seth asked, did the Miracle Mud affect your ICP test in any way?
Nope, not a single thing. Nothing was high, nothing was low, nothing was alerting. And I talked to Baker Reef, Richard. He's been doing moonshine and Miracle Mud for a while, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't. There's." He's like, "You don't have to worry about it." And I trusted him, and haven't had any issues with it.
Could you maybe, I mean, I know you've gone through your whole tank now, but could you kind of maybe talk us from the beginning, like what got you into the hobby?
Um, that's a good one. COVID did. So my husband was working from home, and we uh we found a local fish store, and we walked in there, and he's like, "Oh, I really want to try a soul we should take. We should try I was like, "Yeah, go for it." He thought it would be a great idea, stay home, work from home, and have a fish tank. I was like, "Cool." So we had a small little 40-gallon, and I was helping him. We did the water change and watching fish, and we got first coral like Duncan, and this was one of our first coral. It's hammer. I was just, I don't know, I just got so fascinated by it. Next thing I know, I bought my own coral from California. I bought my first Scalimia and Trachy, and start feeding him, and I was so fascinated. My husband's like, "Yeah, we need a bigger tank." I was like, "Yeah, let's go big." So here it is. And then he lost interest, and I don't know, I just got so into it, and I just love it. My daughter went to college, and I think I just needed something to replace it. How's that for the story, Jim?
That's a good story. Now you need to get your
Yeah,
husband re-interested so he can say, "Let's go bigger again."
I know. Let's just have all this wall with fish tanks. Yeah, no, you know, he's he thinks that I do too much fish stuff, but I care about the animals.
No.
Right? I love it. I love it. I live and breathe. I just I don't know. I never imagined that I would fall in love with this hobby as much as I did.
So, Reefing by Design asks, could you ask what fish would you like to have but can't?
Uh Probably adding another I really don't want another fish, but I regret not putting yellow the white-tailed bristletooth tame, because they are workhorse, and some like fog face, I hear maybe I wouldn't have a problem with some of the macroalgae. I really starting to like small fish better than big fish. I wanted to add like a maybe school of firefish, right? Maybe school of like a small fish or something, but no plans at the moment.
There's definitely space for school of small fish to slip in.
Hmm. I lost my file fish for old age. I don't. They only live what, 3 or 4 years, right, Bobby?
Yeah, they don't have much of a life expectancy. I think maybe I've kept
Yeah.
for 6 years, but yeah, it's usually the tops.
Oh, the glories of the reefing. Oh, and of course my light is dead, isn't it? Oh, I'm glad it's dead. The wire mess. Wish I can turn the my light is. I have a light that is, unfortunately, I wasn't prepared for it apparently. Sorry guys. But here's the ozone. I have battery backup. I have the Delta EcoFlow battery backup that runs my gyre and my third pump on it. I am so glad I got it. I think it was after Christmas we lost power for 5 hours, and that thing was phenomenal. It would run for another 3 days.
So you're running ozone on the tank, and is that your ORP right there?
Yep.
Okay,
It's not on right now. I only run it a few hours at night or in the morning if I remember to turn it on.
I
Kind
got
of
you.
on and off. When I first got it, I would like run it for overnight. I mean, water clarity is fine right now, so not to worry about it.
Yeah, you have a very nice. I mean, everything looks great. The corals, the fish. I mean, everything looks amazing. Do you have any like inverts that we're not seeing? Like any like shrimp or crabs or something that are hiding behind the rocks?
Let me see if you can see. I am obsessed with this little guy. Oh, he's hiding right now behind, and he's camouflaging algae. Piso crab. I have two of those guys. I have two emerald crab, but I haven't seen him in a long time. Um, I do have a cleaner shrimp and bunch of blue-legged crab, hermit crabs that I just got. One of the reefer aqua killer Luis recommended me because I had those stringy microalgae and they actually been really good working and cleaning the tank.
Those
Um,
pito crabs are wonderful, aren't they?
oh my God, I love it. What a character.
I mean, yeah, I got three of them, and I had bubble algae. I don't have any bubble algae anymore. They wiped it out in about a week.
I have this big snail. I don't know what's the name of it. When I had the dinoflagellate issue, my local reefer said, LFS said they eat dinos. It wasn't true, but still here. It's so big sometimes when it's walk around at night, it's like bang against the glass, and I've been wanted to get rid of her, but she's been quiet lately. This is the strawberry conch, right? Right there. Just little things there and there, and I have those beautiful mushrooms from Matt's Moyer back there.
As your coral grows, what do you do with it? Do you give it away to local club members? Do you sell it to LFS, or what do you do with it?
Just both. Um, I just got actually one of my good local reefer where I got some of those SPS about 2 years ago. He finally stopped by and I pack him up with 20 frags of different corals. I do give away a lot. Every once I'll sell. I'm not a really good salesperson. So if anybody will come over, I'll just like, oh, you want a frag of that, or you want a frag of that? But knowing that it's in the community and if I lose it, if something happened, I'll have my coral back. Kind of what are they called? The reefer code?
Coral banks or something?
Reservoir bank.
Yeah.
So
Or
what kind of describe the scene in Boise, Idaho? I guess I have no idea how big that would be over there.
how big is what? Oh, how many people in the community?
Yeah.
Um, so we tried a club about 2 years ago. There was about 20 of us. That kind of club kind of was stopped. We're starting to get the community back together again. We have, I don't know how many, there are a lot of random people on Facebook, but there's about 700 roofers. Last meeting we have probably about 20, 25 people, and there's more interest now to get together. So we'll see. I would say about 25, 30.
Do you have
Some
like
of them are
good
just
fish stores in your area, or are they all kind of bad?
we do. We have three good stores here locally. They're pretty decent. One of the bigger store, he actually had such an amazing display. I don't know if you guys seen some of my posts on Instagram. I can't remember how many gallons, but Joe Glass Cages built that tank. That tank is massive. I still want an ownership of that because there's not much corals in there, but there's some beautiful fish in there. I was like, you should give me the ownership. I can grow corals. But he keeps adding those angelfish that picks on corals. But three good stores, decent stores, good people.
Are they saltwater specific, or do they do more than that?
All three are all two saltwater, and one is both.
Did you use a par meter when you set your lights up and stuff? Did you par your tank?
I did. Yeah, I was really worried and nervous switching from Red Sea lights to the Radiance. But
Yeah,
yeah, so I took a picture, like landscape picture like this, and wrote it down on each rock where it was, and
that's what I
it
did.
worked out
Yeah.
pretty good.
I know now you've got so much shading off the acros and stuff. It's going to change a lot. So
Yeah.
I was just wondering kind of about where your par spectrum was.
So I'm about 350 to 400 top, center, 250, some of the bottom, some of the shades, 150 to 90, depending on the area. Like right here is probably 90. In this area, go up a little bit. It's 150 and closer to the lights where you get most of the par, 350 to 400. But I haven't measured and I increased and changed the radians to a different schedule. I only run them, I think, 85% since I added the blades.
Yeah,
How
I
many
yeah.
haven't
how many
measured.
hours a day?
So my blades will go on at 9 and then they'll go off, I think, at 8 or 9, and radians from 10 to 10. So 9 to 10, and then plus the lunar cycle for another maybe hour or two on radians. So
I have a
over 12, 13 hours.
question from Reefing by Design. Whose tanks or tanks have inspired you?
That would be Joe Tusi Coral. Um, 3 years ago, when I started doing my research and stuff, and on Reef to Reef, I saw that amazing SPS dominant tank, Reef of the Month, and I was like, oh my God, that's what I want. Give me that Reef Moonshine, and I'm going for it. So definitely the SPS dominant tank, Tusi Joe. To see corals. And the funny thing, like I actually private message him on Reef to Reef, and I was like, hey, do you think I'm ready for SPS and stuff? And asking him a bunch of questions. And he was so kind to me. He talked to me, kind of, tell me what I should do. And so I've met some incredible people throughout the reefing community. I'm so thankful for it.
So do we have any other questions? You can either just ask the question over the chat, turn on your mic and ask the question, or if you want to type the question into the chat, we can ask for you.
I don't know if you guys can see the hot mess right here. Work in progress. Now I can see a little bit with the light.
Horde management time, huh?
Yeah.
When did you start ozone? Has that been a long-term thing or recent?
Sorry. When I
Ozone.
started
Yeah.
ozone? Yeah, so ozone I started over a year ago.
Okay, so it's not been the whole,
Mm-mm.
yeah. Okay.
No. Yeah. UV, and then, the dinoflagellates were just persistent, and then think I was talking to Matt Smoyer, my club board member. He's like, try ozone. I was like, okay, I'm trying ozone.
Yeah, you can go
Actually,
try anything, I guess.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
Uh,
actually, I like it.
well, it's you can tell your water's nice and pristine clear, so that's one advantage, I guess.
Thank you.
It's
What
beautiful.
what foods do you like to feed your fish?
Um, I do the combination, so I prep food probably every 4 days or so. I've got the I feed a lot of frozen. Um, I do LRS. Um, I have Reef Nutrition, Oyster Feast. I'll combine those. I have the PMICs, just the whatever I have available. Sometimes it's a Hikari or different. Um, let's see. I will add some dry seaweed flakes in there just because I have it. Trying to think. So I had a little bit of silicone in there, vitamins, was a little bit of RODI water and just kind of keep that in container. And those are get fed twice a day. Copper Band is spoiled. She gets her half clam every morning. Um, my tangs will get their nori, half a sheet. And sometimes I'll give them some of those, they really like those, the seaweed extreme. They actually thinking I'm gonna give them some right now.
What is
They're
that?
ready for
What does that
Like,
seaweed extreme? Is that just pellets or?
yeah, they're just seaweed pellets.
Oh,
They're
okay.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
got
like
Yeah, I
them.
like
the
those a lot.
I got the tablets because for my pitho crabs of that,
hmm
and they love those tablets.
that's how I used to get like snails and like inverts or herbivores through quarantine was by feeding those tablets because they would usually go over there and just like the snails would cover them and start eating them along with nori, to keep them going
hmm
while I put them on my DT.
Yeah, I can see where that would because the entrance. I mean, I threw one in the tank just to see what it's like, and wow, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I also probably I don't know, maybe a few times a week I'll give them the TDO pellets. They love TDO. My gosh. Those are another good pellets that my fish
Yeah,
really enjoy.
that
Looks
stuff's
like the
good.
light. Yeah, lightning change again, huh? A little blue.
You ever do any like live foods for the copper band, like some worms, like maybe black worms, white worms, or something like that?
I always wanted to try, but I could never find it when I first got her. And she was eating cl half clam. I was like, eh. And she was eating PMICs, which is good. And I was like, I wanted to try it. I actually wanted to try like the live brine shrimp.
Gosh, your tank would be a feeding frenzy over that.
hmm
Yeah,
I
mine.
do add, I try to add at least 2 bottles of pods. Sometimes I used to do big on live phytoplankton, but kind of stopped doing that. But try to add at least 2 or 3 bottles of live copper pods to the tank.
Well, you have a beautiful
Process.
tank. You have a gorgeous tank.
Thank
Uh,
you so much.
it's
The light
nice.
is messing with it again, huh?
I feel like it's very inspiring to me because it's like you really can't just let your corals grow on top of each other and just let it happen.
Just let it go. Yeah, just let it.
Like
I don't
right
know if
Hey,
you
now,
can
it's
Elisa.
see.
kind of
Uh-huh. Yeah. Hi,
Elisa,
Nick.
when are you gonna push the button on that frag tank and get Joe from Glass Cages to build you one?
Well, I'm going to wrap. Maybe I'll win a gift certificate for $7,000. My husband will say no to that. Can't say no to that. Or maybe he
Hey,
will.
Alyssa, this is Joe here.
Oh, hi, Joe.
How are you?
I'm
Um,
good. How are you? Thanks for joining.
I I've been watching a little bit. I'm so sorry that I'm late, and I saw the email and of from Humble Reef, and I was like, oh my gosh, Alyssa's on tonight. So I
Oh, thanks,
calendar it and
Joe.
everything, and then I had to help out my daughter a little bit. I looked down at my phone and I said, honey, I gotta go. If I don't join this soon, I'm gonna miss it. And and I just wanted to share. I don't know who was talking just before I spoke up, but there were some comments about just the allowing the coral to grow and very natural. Just it's just filling it out so nice versus so much pruning and adapting and changing and taking things out. I just like it's nice to see your tank too. I've talked to you so much and I've seen
Yeah.
stills, and it's just I hear your passion for everything that's going on, and this is it's very pleasant. It's just
Hey.
it's very peaceful uh to hear everybody chat and the conversation, and I
Oh,
should be
thanks,
joining this.
Joe. You're the
Thank you.
best.
I should be joining this more often because I find this very therapeutic, and I travel so much, and it's just not a it's unhealthy for me to have a tank. The outcome is bad. Um, so these doing things like this are it's awesome.
Helpful.
So I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
I'm
that's
thankful that
good.
the whole group that's here that you all do this. This is awesome.
That's what it's for. That's
Yep,
the
we
original
did.
thought.
Yeah.
It's like, not everybody has a club or group or people that they can really go to and
Mm-hmm.
for anything like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we do one a month. Vince coordinates it, and we try to Elisa here has a beautiful reef tank. I think last month we had this amazing fish only tank that was just amazing. We've had people with like smaller tanks, so a little bit of everything. We just try to let people just show off their aquarium, and then we just hang out and talk reef, talk tank.
And I
Yep.
I love that. And I don't know. I think it's probably a a known fact that I happen to be with glass cages. Um, but I don't really care if anybody, you don't have to buy an aquarium for me to be passionate about what you do. I that that's I'm really I enjoy seeing people supporting other people in different walks of life, and I love how an aquarium pulls everybody together for a common opportunity to support each other. And
Yeah, 100%.
it's lacking, and it gives me hope for our country and everything else. So thank you all.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for joining. I was just saying I'm gonna win those
Oh,
$7,000 gift card in Orlando.
What would you do if you won the gift card? Let's
yeah. What would you do? What would you do?
I'll probably build maybe the same or a little bit longer tank, but a little bit shorter, and just replace this Red Sea.
Mm,
I think that's what I would do.
why? That's okay. I'm always interested when people say they want to go taller or shorter. Why would you consider going shorter?
Oh, shorter. Let me see if I can show you shorter. Can you
Have
see
you
me?
have you met Elisa?
Oh yeah, many times.
Yeah,
You
she's
see how I'm five
Well,
two. I'm
okay.
snorkeling
So
in this tank.
so just because you're 5'2", I've had people I talk to that say, they're 5 foot and they want a 3 foot tall tank. So if
are,
you gotta do better, you gotta do better than that.
are they
Yeah.
maintaining it like Elisa is?
I can't answer that question. I don't know. I
Because
don't
that
always get to. Yeah, that's a good question.
because that makes a huge difference. If it's not convenient to work on, then you're not going to do it quite as well.
Or at all.
I got
Yeah,
a
what I
chat for you
oh
here. Dee says, "Thank you for sharing your tank. You've been very informative."
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
I do have a couple of questions that are more tank related for you.
Do it.
what kind the polycarbonate lid you have on top? What company made that for you?
I was Reefing and Easy, and I don't believe they are
Jesse.
in. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
I love his
gosh.
wife. They did a good job.
Oh, they are such great people. And no, he moved to Florida and he's taking a break.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, Jesse, good people.
yeah. I love them. They were good to me.
And I'm curious about the brackets. Can you go back to the side and show the light brackets, the light mounts? And this is a rimless tank, rimless Red Sea, right? So
Mm-hmm.
is it mounting just to the glass on the side? It's just a clamp, right?
Yep,
Okay.
those are Red Sea Mountain Originals. I had
Okay.
to modify them with this rod here to
Okay.
put the radiance. And
Uh-huh.
then when the AI blade showed up, I have to order an extra bracket that goes on top
I
to
see.
hold that. Yeah. My friend from California helped me with that. There's no way I could figure this one out.
I do like the blades.
I do too. I think they complete the look, really.
I do. We're doing a lot of like testing on brackets, like how to like with those brackets, a portion of it can be in the water, and we're playing with a design on the aquarium to pull the still use the exact same bracket, but get it out of the water.
Hmm.
Um, anyway, so I'm always curious to see things. I see so many things that don't have water in them, if you think about it.
Mm, yeah.
Um, and when we do our own testing, it's not the same thing as it being in use for a long time. So I'm gonna go on mute and listen and watch. I don't want to take away from anything. I'm enjoying
Oh
myself.
no. No, you're good, Joe. That's all good. I don't think I have much to add on the tank unless anybody have some questions.
No one spoke up, so I have another question.
Go for it.
I was if you step back, you're I don't are you do you have the Red Sea stand? Because it's dark, I can't tell. It looks like a big cabinet going all the way to okay. So you do have the Red Sea stand. I wasn't
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was on a larger cabinet. That's all.
And this one did came with the middle support rod.
Okay, good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really believe that all the adjustments that Red Sea has done have really made that tank and the whole setup it's where it needs to be. And um it's a good product. It really is. It's a good tank. They're pretty. So pretty.
Yeah, no, it's just it worries me sometimes. Every once in a while at night, I'll just go to make sure all my seals are good and stuff because I have a local reefer with 900 model.
Hmm.
I think it completely bowed out and he quit the hobby, and that was the SPS dominant tank that he had for 3 years. He just quit
Yeah.
the hobby. He's like, I'm not doing that. So that
These
was
newer
kind of,
versions are good though. It's all 3/4 inch
yeah,
glass. It's a beast of it. It's a good tank.
not as good as Joe Glass cages. Sorry.
No.
But yeah, no. At least we
It's a
have something that for everybody to choose. I mean, it's your
that's right.
choice, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's
Very pretty. Very pretty, Alyssa.
thank you, Joe. Are you going to be in Orlando? Oh, yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah. Oh yes, we will be in Orlando.
Okay, good.
We're gonna
We'll
have
see you in
fun.
2 weeks then. Yep.
Yeah.
So I might have asked this before, but do you have
Huh?
any future plans for your tank? Any next steps that you got to do or changes?
Um, Changes. I always change something in display as far as the coral placement. It's like, playing with corals where you put this and this. But as far as like the big major change, um, eventually, like I said, I probably would like to add filter roller maybe just for for less work. I mean, I don't mind the socks, but maybe it will happen. And I'm also thinking to add another small wave maker on this corner. I feel like the flow now I'm playing with the flow because of the big colonies. I feel like there could be more flow. And that big Monty that is covering the entire back over there. So flow and filtration probably. That would be my two biggest thing.
Any livestock additions?
Uh, Not at the moment, but maybe. We have a bully right here.
I think
Blotchy.
you said earlier that your royal grandma actually attacks your hand.
Yes. She's so mean. She's the meanest fish in the tank.
That's amazing. I know they can be a little aggressive, but I've never heard of them like attacking like a
Oh,
person.
yeah. Yeah. I need to take a good video of that. She's just, ooh. If you like in the center of the tank right here doing any work or rearranging corals, she's right there. I was thinking maybe like adding a small school of fish, but since the the firefish, they don't live longer. It would be cool to have smaller fish, kind of like small little school of fish.
Yeah, it's amazing that that royal grommet doesn't take a second seat to the wrasses. And then the other comment
Oh,
the
uh-huh.
other comment I wanted to make, your live rock comes up pretty high. If you were rescaping that, would you rescape that as high as where your scape is now?
Um, Probably not, because this arch right here used to be an arch. It's solid. It's not rescape. You can't. It's all mortar. Um, Same as this section of the reef. This part right here was added on later on. It has like a branching rock. But if I ever redo the tank, I would completely do a different scape, that's for sure. And I would never put Monty right there either. I should have moved that Monty down below when I had an opportunity, but I didn't think that it's going to grow that fast.
You know, it still looks cool. Like,
Yeah, it's a bright
nights are
color
raining.
and it's dramatic and it's right on top. It's the first thing that catches your eye when you look at your tank.
And
Yeah.
the wrinkled blue tang certainly loves it.
What was that? Sorry.
The regal blue tang certainly loves it.
Yeah, she hides over there. Yeah.
That's her safe spot.
Yep, for sure. She actually sleeps underneath the Miyagi right over there on another Monty.
Where are your returns? Are they right there at the overflow?
Uh, Returns?
Mm-hmm.
What
Okay,
about
see,
it?
right. Have you
Those,
ever tried like the random
Expansion?
flow generators or anything like that?
Um,
You,
we've
from
think they
yeah,
like add in a different nozzle to it or something.
uh-huh.
Or yeah, we've tried that, and it was just like it was good. I just removed it and never put anything back. Now it's like really crusty with coralline algae. I don't even know how I would even remove that thing.
So if you're not using it right now, what was your thought? I mean, on those random flows.
For better flow spread, but I don't know. My husband was actually engineer behind all of the flow and everything. Like I said,
Okay.
I took over it was the coral.
And the way this tank is set up, it's an overflow in the back center, right?
Yep.
Okay, okay.
Yep. hmm
So I do have a thought about the random flow generators. I actually have them, and um, but I also have a manifold on my tank. And as I add stuff, my flow from my display to my sump does not is not a real high turnover. So the
Mhm.
return back to the random flow generators, I don't think my flow to the display is so low that I don't even think I get the benefit of the random flow.
So are you generating flow from other means than through your returns?
Yeah, MP40s, they're my
Okay.
main, but I don't see, I really don't see an impact from the random flow generators.
Yeah, I think you do have to have. I don't know what the spec is to get it to function right, but I've noticed also, on you brought up a good data point, and that is I talk to a lot of people where they really are reducing their flow through their sump and getting flow from other means. And it's just how they're a lot of a trend towards a different way, just a different they're using their sump in a different way, and it's just much more it's a much lighter flow.
Oh, wish that would work better. My hands are getting tired trying to use this new technology that doesn't work.
Your
Keeps.
ladder doesn't work?
Oh, I didn't even have to use that. Do
Yeah.
you guys have any more questions?
Or is there
Doesn't seem
anything
like
else
it.
or anything else anybody wants to talk about or any questions for anybody, or we can just kind of open it up to anyone and everyone who has something to say or questions or anything really.
I just want to say thanks again. The tank's
Oh,
beautiful. I
thank you
love
so
tank.
much.
I love your passion. That's what I've got. And that makes me feel good that you've got that passion out there for it. But I don't feel well. I've got to go and lay down. Thank you guys for
Oh,
tonight.
thanks,
Have a
Matthew,
good
to
night.
join us.
Well, thank
All
See
you.
you
right.
on Thursday,
See
club
you.
meeting.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and talk about your club a little bit? Just maybe talk about the club and, like I know you guys do like Zoom meetings and everything, talk about that.
Yeah, we do. So it's Carolina Reefing Community. We meet third Thursday of every month. What time do we meet, Matt? Is it 6 my time, 6 Mountain Standard Time? We normally do like the speaker. We have a guest speaker this month. This Thursday, we'll have Dr. Tim Aquatic join us. We're a fun group. We have a group on Facebook. Pretty good community. Brandy is our president. Matt is our VP. Matt, are you still here?
I'm here.
Yeah, so I'm grateful for an opportunity to be part of the Carolina Reefing community. I really enjoy it. We helped the Aquatic Expo for the last 2 years. It was kind of fun to be part of the team and organizing an event. It goes a lot of work into events, but had a really good time and it was a great opportunity to do that.
And anyone can join. You
Um,
don't have to be from the
yeah,
Carolinas.
anyone can join. Yeah, anyone can join. Please join us. Yeah, we do the Zoom same thing. We'll kind of just if you new, we'll ask you to turn your camera on and introduce yourself just to make sure that we don't have any random people. But if you're reefer, please feel yeah, join us. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes we're an hour, sometimes we're 5 hours into it. It's always fun, you know. Never enough when you start talking about reef. It's just never enough time.
That's true. You all can go marathon.
Yes. I remember you joining us. We were like on for what, 3 or 4 hours?
It's like, wow. I was cutting the grass or whatever, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would like to say something about Elisa right now. So a few years ago, she joined our group and she was posting, and I was looking at the matrix from the group, and she was posting like a lot of great content. She had a lot of responses to everything that she posts. And so we asked her to be more involved. And when she first started, you know, she didn't really turn her microphone on. She didn't turn her camera on. And she was kind of like a wallflower in the background. And little bits at a time, she started, participating more and more. And like now she is like the topic of, I mean, she's the guest speaker on so many different platforms. I think it's amazing. I've seen
Thanks,
you
Matt.
grow. I've seen you grow and come out of your shell and share what you have, and you've really been an asset to everybody that knows you.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy the community. I enjoy the people.
How do you join? Someone in the chat, Siva asked.
Huh?
How do you
How do you
join?
join? So thank you, Lindsay. So if you can Google Carolina Roofing Community. We have a website. You can look at all the information, the Zoom link there. We always post past speakers there, who we are, all the information in there. You can also find us on Facebook group as the Carolina Roofing Community. You can join our Facebook group, and we post all the upcoming meeting, or if you have any questions, or if you just, if you want to talk about some, please join us. Yeah, Facebook, or we do have a forum on our website as well, but should use it more often. But it seems like people really enjoy the Facebook group more.
Is it carolinareefing.com?
CarolinaRoofingCommunity.com, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw one here. It's got like, I think it's this Carolina CRC,
Yep.
Carolina Reefing Community. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll share that link in the chat, and then from there, it looks like, yeah, because it talks about your meeting with Dr. Tim.
Dr. Tim. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it looks like it's got all your links here, like, on Facebook and all that, so people can join. I'll put that in the chat for everyone.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. We try to update the website, keep it up to date.
And like what Bobby does here, everything we do is free. We just want you to participate and be a part. And over time, if you like what we're doing, then you can partner with us by being a member or whatever suits you. But yeah, we don't want to exclude anybody, so everything we do is free.
Yeah, we do giveaway. We do a duck race at the end of the meeting, which is fun. We get donation from various vendors, and we're so humble, to give back to the community. So we'll do the duck race, but you'll have to be a paid member in order to win. It's so much fun. Our last duck race was a lot of fun. I still need to post that video. Yeah, just like you guys here on the Zoom call, and talking reef.
But I think it's important to support what each of us are trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
This is how you get the information out to people. This is how we better the hobby. And so please consider sponsoring and becoming members and joining groups and showing up to the things.
Yeah. I do want to say a couple things that I kind of wrote it down, that I wanted to thank some of the people that been in my journey in this hobby, if that's okay.
Go for it.
So first up, Humble Fish Forum, Bobby, you the real MVP. I stumbled across you 4 years ago as clueless newbie, and now I won't even look at the fish unless it's been QT. Joe Tusi Coral, his tank of demands made me fall head over the head for SPS. Thanks for my addiction, my wallet still hasn't recovered. Dinook, my Reefing Life line friend from California, thank you for saving me from so many disaster and rookie mistakes. Peter from Bay Area, I don't know if you guys know Peter, if he's on Instagram. Your friendship and support has been more solid than my solid than my alkalinity on a good day. Ari, Matt Smoyer, Greg Carroll, thank you for showing me that reefing isn't just about corals or gear. It's about the community. I want to thank, Marine Pleasures, who actually got me into QT in my fish and They did a really good job, and the corals were amazing that I got from them. I also have a pretty good squad of reefers like Rob, Bodo, Louis, Connor, Seth, Amar, Matt, Lacey, Gloria, and Tayan. Tank Talk with Tayan. Really, really love those people. I also want to say hello to my new friends from UK, Scotland, and Australia. They are a rough family that they have a Discord, and they do tank tours as well, and on YouTube. Great, great, great people. Is Jim still here? If he's here, he's part of that group. I just recently discovered them. They're so funny. I love them. Ron and Melinda, you're the most hilarious reefer I ever met. I'm still laughing. Tom, Steve, Lee, Jason, cheers to the new friendship and salty adventures. Raf is my cup of tea and 100% my kind of reefing. And I want to kind of tell my husband, who is pretty sure I've completely lost, but still, yeah, I completely lost my mind, but he still supports me. So just want to say thanks. And this one is for Ron, for my Raf family. Ron at McDonald, Reefing News. There you go.
Right. Very nice.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. I really enjoy it.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up unless anyone has anything else to discuss. Vince, you know what our next, do we have someone lined up for our
Yeah,
next
Timbo on the forum. I think he was here earlier, but had to jump. So that I have only one person for next month. So then the rest afterwards is fully available. So if
Okay.
anybody would want to present like this or anything like that, there's going to be, I can try to find the link here real quick.
Okay.
But there is a virtual sign up thread here. There you go.
Maybe when is the one next month? Like what
I have it
day?
scheduled for 5/13.
Okay, so May 13th, so in about a month. We'll confirm with them before we make the announcement and start, pushing it on social media. So, and yeah, I mean, look, anybody, if you want to just come on here, just like Elisa did, and you want to just show off your tank and you just want to like talk reef with us for an hour or two and hang out. I mean, that's, it's no pressure. Just, we're just trying to hang out and just share information, and we're just trying to better the hobby is all we're trying to do. So, you're more than welcome to come on, and I'll just say this. I personally like just there's so much noise in the hobby and the influencers and all that. I like giving a platform to just I consider myself a regular hobbyist, and I just like giving a platform to other regular hobbyists to share their aquarium, to share their knowledge, to share information, because I kind of feel like that goes back to the old days. That's how I learned. Other people in the hobby taught me, and I just feel like that's how we keep the knowledge going and we share knowledge with one another. So that's what this is all about.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. We'll go ahead and sign off now. I will actually upload a recording of this to the YouTube channel in the coming days. And so anyone here, some people joined us a little late. If you didn't get to watch the whole thing in its entirety, you can go to the YouTube channel. I'll post a link, and you can watch the whole thing. All right. Thanks for joining, everyone, and good
Have a
night.
good night. Have a good night.
Good night.